Hello, welcome. Hey y'all, we are going to be taking down these braids that I posted yesterday. Well, I posted this morning, but obviously braided them last night. Washed it and braided it. I did my two sections here, and then I took my whole crown and made like a bun just while I braided these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I took this crown bun down and did 1, 2, 3 braids, and had those going back. So when I do take it down, you're getting that volume here instead of braiding with your part, and then it's like kind of smushed looking. So we're just gonna take these out and then show you what we get. See, it's already like super wavy though. Keep in mind, the smaller the braid, the tinier the wave. The bigger the braid, the bigger the wave. So I try to keep mine kind of, you know, not too big, not too small. My hair is also kind of thick, so that's how I usually end up with, I believe it's 7 braids total. Oops, I was gonna save that one for last. All right. Oh, excuse my nails, I need to paint them. I cleaned a house yesterday. I clean houses part-time for a living. And I can never seem to keep the polish on. Ever. All right, look at that. So see, and no heat required. That's why I love this. It's summertime. It's hot outside as it is. I can go through an entire can of Neuro Protect. It's the Paul Mitchell heat protectant. And I'm trying to grow my hair out. So I want to have cute styles, but I don't want to have to put heat on it. Look at this. And honestly, it's really comfy. So I braid them kind of loose, as you can tell. They're real loose. And that way, it's so easy to sleep in. Like, so simple. And if you don't know how to braid, message me. Let me know. I can totally show you, or you can YouTube that. It's so easy. 3 strands. That's all this is. It's just a 3-strand regular braid. But all over, like I said, broken up into sections. So you can see I got 1, 2, and then 3. So 1, 2, 3, but then this was 1, 2, 3, 4. So I took those 4 out. And that's just to give you, like I said, a more all over wave. If you've ever done just like one whole French braid, you know that you'll get a really loose but pretty, kind of just gives you body. Whereas this actually, I feel like, looks good. And I keep it real loose, so I feel like it looks more natural. I also try to take like different size braids on this section, although they came out pretty close. You can tell I need to cut my hair. When it gets teeny at the bottom, it's time for a haircut. Your braid should be like, it's obviously going to get thicker to smaller because of the density, but it should not be like half the size at the very bottom as your hair is, unless you have like hardcore layers. All right. Yes. And then, oh, I did put some product in it. After I washed it, I used cold, and I just blow dried a little bit, or just let it air dry, but not 100%. You want it to be like slightly damp, but not sopping wet. Oh, that one, I see how it comes out so good. And then see how I've got this volume already, and I haven't even done anything. But like, it's naturally just kind of lifted. Now, obviously, there's going to be a part where I parted it, but you could rock that either way. See, that part's going to be there whichever way you prefer your hair. And then if you were to cut it down the center, I mean, obviously you would fix it, but then you're going to have like volume. And see, to me, it just looks so much more natural than when I try to curl it to make it look natural. And see, all these are my natural hairs. Lately, I'm trying to stop fighting them with the straightener, and that's why I do this kind of wavy look. But basically, I just try to tuck those babies under there and then push my wave forward, and then you don't even notice them. All right, so prior, hold on one second. I used Veda Bee Curly when my hair was still a little damp, before I braided it. So any kind of curl enhancing product that's supposed to go on damp hair, or even dry hair, but like I said, for me, I notice I get a better result if it's just a tiny bit damp, because then it's basically like drying and setting into that place. Now today, once I take the braids down, I'm gonna put Paul Mitchell Invisible Wear. It's a volume whip. It's very light, very fluffy. I love it. I was a child of the 90s, so it kind of reminds me of like the wonderful stuff I would put in it. And I'm going to come from the bottom and really just like literally take my hand and just scrunch it. We don't want to pull out these. If you want to, that's fine, but I try to enhance it. So I'm going to go from the bottom and just push up, right? Trying to defy gravity. So we're just going to push that all up. Me personally, I love the messy look, and I try to stop my ponytail holder like at the very bottom, so you have that little bit of just straightness. That's kind of, I guess, trendy right now to have the bottom. Obviously, though, you can put yours where you would want it. So yeah, I'd probably wear mine like kind of messy and crazy because I just love it like that. And I kind of have bangs, but they get a little wild. So sometimes I wear them, sometimes I don't. But that's it. Wear it however you want it. They're still soft to the touch, but these babies are gonna hold. It's gonna hold like all day, especially when I go out in this heat, because it dried that way and like set in there. You know, it's not just gonna fall like a curl would as soon as I walked outside. Another reason I love it. A really another cute way to wear it is to do like a half up. Sometimes I'll just take a clip and just like clip it. Hang on, I have one. Just like a claw clip and just clip it. I mean, obviously you would play with it though and make it like neat and not bumpy and cute. But that's really cute too. A lot of times I use a scrunchie too. I have scrunchies. They're making a comeback. However you want to style it. Hope you enjoyed watching my video. This is actually my very first ever YouTube video. So after many, many requests to have a channel, here we are. Tiff-tastic, living the Tiff-tastic life. I put something like that, something to that effect. So if you love it and you want to see more, do whatever it is you do on the YouTube and holler at me. You can find my Facebook, Lombard's Looks by Lombard, Facebook, Instagram. I have a website, www.lombardslooks.com. If you're into makeup or skincare, probably going to be adding blog to it soon, so stay tuned. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.